Hey everybody, Chris right here. So today I'm not going to be doing what I normally do. I'm not going to be doing a Q&A. I'm not going to be talking about music. I'm not going to be I'm not going to be doing a rant. I'm not going to be doing a Q&A. Today I just wanted to talk about the Master Chief Collection because certain things need to be said. Um, so first of all, I've been playing this nonstop. I absolutely adore it. The value is amazing. Halo 2 Anniversary, the single player is great. The multiplayer is fantastic. Being able to play Halo 1 and Halo 2 again online, and being able to play Halo 3 online for the first time at 60 FPS and 1080p, it's beautiful, and it's probably the best value on any console at the moment. It's really refreshing to go back to a shooter like this when the most prevalent shooters have focused on just kind of dashing all over the place and making people dizzy, and like just thruster packs and double jumps and wall runs, and it's really nice to go back to the basics where everybody had equal starts and it was all based on skill. It's really nice to go back to that multiplayer. That said, the multiplayer, uh, when it works, is among the best I've ever experienced. But when it doesn't work, man, does it not work. I don't know what 343 was doing, or I don't know how 343 managed to release a game whose matchmaking was so broken, but they did. Those of you who are frequent on the internet, on any subreddits or in any gaming community, should be well aware that the Master Chief Collection has some of the most ridiculous matchmaking problems that I've honestly ever seen. Like it makes Battlefield 4 look like a complete game, and it really sucks because just the value in it is the value in the game itself is too high to say no to. Like it's too good of a value. The games play fantastic when they play, but man, I've gotten some ridiculous games. I've gotten games where we had a full lobby, but I was on a team with one other person versus six enemies, and I've gotten games where I've just entered the game by myself with nobody around. I've gotten games where I've spawned without weapons. You may have seen it. People who come in first, it doesn't even say first. It says firth, like literally one th. It's just there's so many odd oversights that really it just it's really depressing because you play the game, and when you get a game, you play it and you think, wow, this is really just beautiful. Like everything about this is fantastic, and you're loving playing the game, and then the game ends, and then if you're lucky, you make it to the you make it to the roster where you can go into another matchmaking game, and if you're unlucky, you crash the desktop, or the game freezes, or you disconnect for some unforeseeable reason, or just there's so many problems, and I don't know. I really don't know. The game itself is it's fantastic. It really is, and it's really tough because I can't even say that it's bad. It's just the matchmaking side is horrendously broken, and I've been waiting on average, 15 minutes to get a game. And granted, it has improved. Like I have seen some improvement, but given the amount of people playing this game, and I know that there are tons of people playing this game, there should be no difficulty finding matches of any kind. But it really takes ages, and even when you do get a game, you still have to worry about whether or not the map will load, whether or not you'll crash to desktop, whether or not you'll disconnect, or whether or not the game just decides to freeze. Or there's just so many strange issues that really dampen it. So, I don't know, man. This thing is really if I had to review this, I don't know what I would give it, because it's a 10 out of 10 if you don't count the fact that the matchmaking is just a joke. Because like when I'm playing this, it really does do what it says it does. It gives you a lobby, and it allows you to pick between three different game modes on three different maps from three different games, and it's technologically, it's the most impressive thing I've ever seen. Like this will be the standard by which all future collections will be judged. This is the gold standard. Like, you cannot put out a collection now after this without having an equivalent or better value. And I don't see how many collections would fare against that. I really, it's impressive what they were able to do. And the fact that they made this remastered Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer on top of it when they didn't have to is also a testament to 343 and their dedication to the series. But like, somebody on their netcode, like somebody on the matchmaking side, really messed up. Like, they really like, you should see some of the stuff that comes out of this game. I thought that was an enemy. Whoops. Man. But yeah, so that's my rambling about it. I mean, it's got a lot of problems, and hopefully they'll be able to fix it, but it's been going on for a few days now. So, you know, hopefully it's just that they're slow and not that this is a permanent thing. Because when this game works, man, is it fantastic. But while we're on the subject of Halo, they did show some Halo 5 footage this week, and it looked interesting. They gave basically, they've done away with armor abilities and all the terrible things that Halo 4 did, which, in my opinion, kind of ruined the series for me on the multiplayer side. The story of Halo 4 I thought was fantastic, but putting in loadouts to the degree that they did, and putting in armor abilities and perks and support packages and stuff like that really kind of destroyed the thing that made Halo Halo. And it wasn't sprint, it wasn't, it wasn't sprint, it wasn't assassinations, it was the fact that players no longer started on an even playing field. It was the fact that map control was destroyed. It was the fact that power weapons and map control had no value anymore, because you could just earn power weapons from killing a bunch of guys. So it really kind of ruined that kind of strategic element, and it just turned Halo into some kind of, you just run around and shoot, instead of, I'm going to plan my moves. I'm going to shoot the barrels to make sure that that weapon flies into my hands and my hands only. There was none of that in Halo 4. It was just run around, shoot people, the game ends, oh, what fun. And I think what Halo 5 is doing, I think they're going back to that gold standard of equal starts, skill is key. And I really like that. My concern, though, is how they're going about the movement speed. So, they talked about this before, but the main pillars of Halo are guns, grenades, and melee. And those are the three things that you have in combat that you combine to have these unique firefights. Now, what they've said, what 343 Industries have said, that they want movement to be the fourth pillar. So you've got stuff like, the smart scope, which allows you to hover in midair, and you've got, you've got vaulting over things, and you've got dashes and thruster packs and all this kind of stuff that's from a kind of mix of Titanfall and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Only, of course, there's no loadouts or perks or anything, so it's all equal starts. So I can't be too upset about it. I'm actually looking quite forward to it, because honestly, I think equal starts are the main thing. Like, once you erase equal starts, it's not Halo anymore. So this smart scope thing and this all the other changes that they've made, even the movement, I'm totally fine with. But what I'm concerned about is the movement getting boring as a result of it, because my main problem with Titanfall was that it was so easy to do crazy stunts, like wall running on top of a Titan, shooting it, and then double jumping off and wall running into a separate window. Doing stuff like that sounds like it should be difficult to do, was too easy, and as a result of it being too easy, it happened all the time. And as a result of it happening all the time, it became mundane, and it wasn't. It just got boring real fast. Whereas in Halo, when you do an insane stunt, or when you do something crazy, it's worth recording and it's worth noting, because it doesn't take one button to do it. It's more impressive, and I think that leads to a longer lasting player base, because it keeps people's interests for a longer time, because it's not just hey, you pressed a button, I'm going to reward you with a Michael Bay action sequence. It's, hey, you're good at the game, you're going to be able to do some awesome shit, and people are going to like seeing that. So, I don't know. Only time will tell whether or not the movement thing is a good thing, but, I'm hopeful, and I think they're going to do a good job. So, well, the gameplay's over, so I guess that's my time. That was this week's Halo video. for you guys. I'm going to try and do a cover of Paper Wings on the 19th. So look out for that, and I'll see if I can do a Q&A this week, hopefully, if I have time. Maybe another rant, if I can find something worth ranting about. But, yeah, so I guess that's it. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next time.